You are on India Today podcasts and you are in the sledging room.
Saurabh and Alan, this is how you respond to critics, right? One of our biggest critics, one of Indian cricket's biggest critics, one of Bazball's biggest supporters, as Saurabh requested, has been banished from this podcast.
Are you not
King
requesting?
Kusari is nowhere here. Alan has taken his spot.
Yeah.
Because of the criticism, no? Saurabh, that's how we deal with our critics, right? No. That's
We
how
don't- we
Indian
don't-
team has
Yes.
responded to critics who questioned how this team, especially a weekend team, can beat England, who were baseballing their way to glory in Hyderabad. The person sitting in the middle also kind of predicted a big Indian win. If you guys can go back and listen to the previous episode,
Are you
only
talking about
Saurabh and
yourself?
Kingshuk
Are you talking about
we're
yourself?
talking about an England win.
Come on, actually.
None of my predictions have
lying.
gone wrong.
Stop lying.
Stop.
I was the only guy who said India will win this test match.
Yeah, kudos to you, Saurabh. But how did you figure that out? Were you skeptical of England's approach in the first innings, first test? So how did you arrive at that? See, logically speaking, India did not have Virat Kohli. That was a known thing. That for the second test as well, that happened in Vizag. India won't have Virat Kohli, and a bigger blow was KL Rahul and Ravindra Jadeja. They were absent for the second test because of injury concerns.
Yeah.
But this team under Rohit Sharma rode on some individual brilliance. Let's put it that way.
Absolutely.
It was not a collaborative unit. 3 people,
Yeah.
if you want to be straightforward and name them, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Shubman Gill and Jasprit Bumrah. Saurabh, how did you, as in when the test started, you were confident that India would win, right?
Absolutely.
So how did you make that inference from that after that first test?
See, in the first test also, we lost the test in the last 2 days when we let our guards down. England team made a comeback because our fielding, our bowling, especially Rohit Sharma's body language and his fielding placements, bowling changes, they were not apt. You let Anolipo run away. Even when he had scored 100, you dropped. I think Akshay Patel dropped a catch.
Yeah.
And then he went on to score 196, and England he went on to pile those runs. And then our batters, oh my God, what was that performance on day 4? Absolutely horrible. Even you talk about KS Bharat, R Ashwin, Siraj. I'm not saying that they should be the ones scoring the runs, but when you know that you were the last ones to score those runs, why will you go and attack a spinner? Why will you go and try to hit a 6? You know the runs are coming. You just need to be on the crease.
Exactly.
So England won not just because of their brilliance. It was in India's underperformance. Coming to the second test, I know we did not have Jadeja, a KL Rahul, a completely young bat lineup with lot of question marks on Shubman Gill and Shreyas Iyer. But somewhere down the line, I had this confidence that this Indian team, you might go and say England are baseballing their way to their wins. They are one of the best teams. But this Indian team will find a way to win a test match, whether by collective efforts or whether by individual brilliance. And they did. So happy to see them win. So happy. I wrote the report. Please go and read that report. I have poured my emotions in that report.
Yeah.
And India deserved to win this test match. Although there were a lot of question marks in this test also, which we will talk about later.
Yeah.
But I was very happy with, particularly with Shubman Gill scoring 100 and Bumrah. Oh my God! So Bumrah has recently become the number one bowler in ICC Test rankings. He is the first ever Indian pacer to become number one bowler in ICC Test
Before you
rankings.
go there, no, I have like the 2 teams in this intense series.
Yeah.
I prepared something for that.
Okay.
What is Bumrah has become the number 1, right? Another Indian also became number 1, Rohan Bopanna. He won the Australian Open men's doubles along with his Australian partner Matthew Ebden, and then he also became number 1. So Bumrah, Bopanna number 1, 1-1. Today is 7, 2024, 7 plus 4 is 1-1. Okay, that might sound. Okay, I can guess the reactions from there.
Too much maths happening here.
Yeah, too much. It's kind of was lame and cringy also. So
No, it's not
no,
cringy.
that's something that I worked on. Whether it
That's
works
something
or not.
that's something which an Indian sports fan would like to hear, right? You're talking about Bopanna, you're talking Bumrah.
Mm.
But that number game confused
Yeah,
me.
the number game. I think we.
Okay, if it's just confusion, I'm okay. I'm escaping this. If it's cringe, pardon
No,
me
it's
for
not
that.
cringe.
I think that is for the audience to decide.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So, sort of, we have to reveal something. Yesterday when Alan and I went down for a chai later in the evening, we kind of thought that we'll rip you apart if you kind of question baseball again. So, what I am saying, this pre-planning happened. Okay, whether I came up with that 1-1 planning or not, that's something.
This is how England plans when they come and play. When they had planned when they
Yeah.
came ahead to play the second test. But you know what happened? Me, like Indian team, I will bash you both. I will throw you out of the
you know,
ground.
that's serious business now. That's
Yeah.
where I came about, saying that this Indian team is nearly unbeatable at home. Yeah. There were occurrences where you have lost to opposition teams because of the pitches that you make or because of terrible batting performances, like what Saurabh pointed out. Even if this Indian team, without their superstars, plays at its 50% with the help of a little bit of toss at the start when you opt to bat first, you are unbeatable, right?
Absolutely.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
But Alan, like we discussed yesterday, are you entirely happy with this Indian performance, or can I put it this way? There was so much hype about this Bazball. Saurabh, me, and Kingshu argued what is Bazball in the previous episode. So, do you think India have kind of countered that Bazball? The Bazball threat is gone.
No, I think one of the things that Saurabh said that please read my report. The funniest thing was Saurabh's title was India Shun Bazball. But is that true? I don't think so.
So you read it completely. India Shun Bazball hype. Bazball has not been shunned. The hype around Bazball has been shunned.
Yes, but
that is what my report is talking about.
You look at the entire duration of the test, right? Now, the margin of the victory is obviously there, 106 runs. That is big in any context. But is it really a big win? No. In my opinion, no. Because I still feel this Indian team is yet to get into grips with Bazball. You look at throughout the duration of the contest, none of our Indian...
This is about Visakhapatnam or Hyderabad? First or second test?
The second test. I'm talking purely about the second test. I feel they are yet to get to grips with it. Obviously, individual brilliance does bail you out at times. But here, when I looked at it with our batting performance, a lot of guys got starts and then they let go. And these are all spinners who are not world class. Jack Leach is out. Jack Leach has been out of the second test. They came in and said that he's still not fully fit. There is going to be a big break, so they'll see after that. But at the end of it, I still feel, they are yet to get to grips with it. And we saw it throughout the 4 days. Even when, as a fan, when I was looking at it, there were moments on the 4th day also when Zach Crawley started going. I was like, oh, now this is going to be a pressure situation. We need one more wicket. I have friends who were calling me on when England were batting. And when Zach Crawley got off, he was like, oh, we are going to lose this one also, right? I said, like, wait, if a wicket falls, then we'll see what happens. So I think we are not yet got into grips with Bazball. So that is a big problem for me, I guess.
Will that play a part, Saurabh? As in, do you agree with that assessment, and will that play a part in the rest of the series?
I agree with Alan with Alan's one point that yes, this is not a convincing win. Absolutely not a convincing win. But when you talk about individual brilliance, how did England win that first test? There were 2 individual performers. Tom Hartley and Oli Pope.
No, everybody scored 50 plus.
Everybody,
in third innings, right?
I mean, like you look at it.
Oli Pope 55.
Joe Root scored 100. Ben Stokes scored 100. So this is how you are winning test matches.
196 from.
I agree with Alan absolutely that this should have been a convincing win. But you look at India's batting lineup. What is the experience of that batting lineup? Yes, there are talented players. Shreyas Iyer. He has thrown his starts in last 4 innings. Absolutely abysmal. I don't know what is wrong with him. Because Shubman Gill, he was lucky in that second innings also. He got 2 DRS drives and then he made it work. He scored a century, although he was not very happy after scoring that century also, which is a good thing.
His father was also not happy.
Yes, that is why he was not happy. Because you need to put a price on your wicket if you want to become a world-class batter. Why is Virat Kohli a feared one? When Joe Root or Ben Stokes talk about Virat Kohli, they say, oh, we need to get him out because if he stays there, he will score those runs. So yes, absolutely, it was not a convincing win. But seeing how the game progressed and how England countered, Crawley was brilliant with the way he batted, but that was not Bazball. He was playing orthodox cricket. Crawley, I'm talking about Crawley. Ben Stokes, I don't know what he did. How can you be so lazy? When your team needs a target and you need to be there, you are their main player.
Monday morning blues, I think.
Joe Root, what was that shot? Why are you trying to attack every bowler? You got a boundary, you're scoring at 130 strike rate. You need to be there. You need to score more runs. That is not done. Similarly with his Indian team. If not for a Jasprit Bumrah brilliance, we might have lost this test also.
Absolutely. That is why I feel that they have still not gotten to grips with Bazball.
And with reports, I don't know if it's true or not, with reports that Jasprit Bumrah might be rested for the 3rd test, I'm really worried.
No, should he be rested?
I don't think he should be rested for the 3rd test. you should go and win this test, and then you can think about resting him in 4th or 5th test.
And there is a 9-day break.
Yeah.
In fact, it was 10 days because the second test ended on day 4, that is Monday. And they had a 10-day break. And even Brendan McCullum in his interview yesterday said that he spoke to Rahul Dravid. And Rahul Dravid also said that Indian players will be going back home and spending time with their families.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what England will also do, but in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
They are calling their families over there. And he said there will be very little cricket, or in fact no cricket. Whereas we are going to mentally reset.
Yeah.
So what is the need to rest a pacer of Bumrah's caliber, especially when he has made this mental impact on the
Let's recall when did Bumrah last play before this test series? So he played in the 2 tests against South Africa. He has played 2 test matches against England. Did he play the T20 series against Afghanistan? No, he did not.
No.
Did he play the white ball tour of South Africa? He did not.
No.
Did he play the 5 T20s against Australia? He did not.
Yeah.
So he has played a World Cup final, entire World Cup. Then he has played a 2 test match series in South Africa, and now he has played 2 test matches against England.
But
Full steam
why
bowling.
are you not understanding this? IPL is coming.
Yeah, that is the biggest
14
concern.
matches they have to.
But IPL is also holds a lot more importance this time, because you have to play a T20 World Cup right after the IPL. So I think they might be keeping a lot of things together and then taking a decision.
So does Bumrah have to prove his mettle in the IPL to get?
No, it's not about proving his mettle. Getting more practice in T20I cricket. When did he last play a T20I match?
Does Bumrah need it?
No.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
Maybe for the country, Mumbai Indians, they have to win the title. And then
would you not want to get some match practice before getting into T20
it's
World
a
Cup?
test cricket series against England, and it's so exciting. You play all 5 tests, as simple as that.
Yeah, I don't think... See, someone like Bumrah, when you look at the T20I team, the kind of bowlers that we have, like the likes of Mukesh Kumar, Arshdeep Singh, can you really trust them? No. Yeah. Bumrah walks into that team. Bumrah straight away goes into the team. For me, I think obviously what they might be thinking is about the stress fracture, the recurrence of it. So that might be the reason why they might, think about not playing him, making him exert that. But I don't think a bowler like Bumrah needs rest.
Yeah.
He walks straight into any team in the world, let alone India. He walks straight into it in all 3 formats.
That's what I'm saying. As in, he might need rest. As in, I'm not saying that he doesn't need rest, but probably give him after the series is sealed.
That's what I'm
probably
saying. That is what I'm saying.
During the first half of the IPL.
Yeah.
That is not going to happen.
Yeah.
That is not going to happen. I have not seen a senior India player taking rest in IPL. They take rest before the IPL for Indian series, or they take after the IPL. But in the IPL, no, it's not happening. I'm sorry.
True.
But when we talk about Bumrah, let me ask you both. What about the legendary...
I was still thinking about that
the math
calculation.
No. That is out of the mind.
We get stuck at some point.
I'm not talking about... I'm not even...
I was looking at your face. I was like, okay, are these guys still thinking about it? I am also thinking about that. Not knowing what to talk next.
When Alan said Bumrah gets in that test team, ODI team, T20, everywhere, he's right. When you are talking about rest, what about the rest of our bowling lineup? What about the legendary R Ashwin?
Yeah.
What has happened to him?
Frankly speaking, I've been a little disappointed. Like, honestly, this is the sledging room.
Yeah.
We kind of...
Were you little disappointed or were you extremely disappointed?
Extremely disappointed.
Yes.
As in
put it
R
that
Ashwin,
way.
I expected him to run through England to, thrash that Bazball top.
Absolutely.
I expected him to do that. But in that BCCI award ceremony itself, he kind of gave it away saying, oh, Bazball is interesting. Oh, Bazball is that. Yeah, you can reveal your admiration for someone playing good cricket.
Absolutely.
But there is a little bit of mind games that also goes, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Could you not have avoided that there, especially in front of Baz who's sitting there?
I mean, you look at how England, McCullum's interview yesterday. He said, Bumrah is a great bowler, but we are not going to be scratching our heads too much about countering him.
There is no point scratching. Whatever you plan, he's going to come up with a better plan. That is
probably. Yeah. But I think Ashwin's disappointment, for me, especially when I was watching the second innings, we were both covering it, and I was shouting at you also, why are you not bringing in Ashwin right now? So I think there is a lot of role for Rohit Sharma also into it, I guess. Because in the second innings, he brought in Kuldeep right after the Bumrah spell was done. Kuldeep started getting hit all over the park. And I kept on saying, why don't you bring in Ashwin? Yeah. He's gotten rid of Ben Duckett 5, 6, I've lost count right now. 5, 6, 7 times. You need a breakthrough.
You need some mathematics help.
No.
Okay.
So I was saying
keep it
that.
to sports.
So I was saying that you bring in Ashwin, he will get you wickets, because I believed that Ashwin would get at least the breakthrough for us, and he did.
Yeah.
So I think it was also the handling of how probably Rohit Sharma went about with it as well. Because when you have your main guy put under pressure, you need to bring in another plan.
Yeah.
You need to sort out that. So I think that planning was not there in the first innings with Ashwin. Second innings, I think he did remarkably well. He chipped in. He ensured that Bumrah was not the only person taking the pressure.
Yeah.
So I think there we saw a little bit of Ashwin brilliance. But yeah, overall, it might be, like you said, not extremely disappointed, but yeah, disappointed with his performance.
Since Alan brought up that Rohit Sharma handling part, so what did you think of Rohit Sharma's captaincy? Was it any better from Hyderabad?
Definitely it was better, especially in the second innings. He was much more proactive with his field placements, his bowling changes, and you could see that innovation when he was making those field placements. But after having said that, I will expect more of Rohit Sharma. You can't.
In what way? Can you explain?
You can't let England make a comeback in that team.
Yeah.
Make a comeback in a test. Whatever happened in the second test, now is a thing of past. Now
Should he go and chirp at the opposition batters like how Virat Kohli
Why
does?
not? Why not?
If it helps you, by all means go and do it.
Australia has made their name with that
But Rohit is
mentality.
basically not that kind of a guy, right?
He goes at his own teammates.
Yeah, that's fun banter. But
everything is fine. But you lost one test match, which was not supposed to happen because you are playing as inexperienced English lineup. You were so much overconfident. And even I was overconfident. I said Bazball will not stand a chance. But they won a test match. They proved a point. They proved me wrong. They proved Indian team wrong. Now when you know that Bazball is here, they have won a test match. They have lost a test match. But even when they lost a test match, they did not shy away from going for those runs. They went for the target.
292
is
the second highest total by a visiting team in the fourth innings in India, in Test cricket history. We're not just talking about the last 10 years.
I was talking to you, I think, and I was questioning what is Ben Stokes doing? Why is he not playing his shots? So
had
Ben
he
Stokes
done that?
Yes, nobody knows what might have happened. Tom Hartley had put a partnership with Ben Stokes. They were not getting out. Bumrah had to come back and pick that wicket. If you don't have Bumrah in next match, what will you do?
And that handling of Bumrah was also good. Like he used Mukesh Kumar. Kumar.
So Mukesh Kumar was basically used
to just see if the reverse swing was there or not.
He was okay. So he's reversing. Come on, now you're out.
Bumrah from the other end. Bumrah from the other end. That move was good actually.
Yeah.
In the first innings, when Rohit saw a little bit of reverse swing going on, that spell. Is it the greatest spell by an Indian pacer at home?
One of the greatest, I will definitely say.
No, I haven't seen a lot of better spells. As in, I haven't seen Kapil Dev, Manoj Prabhakar, and all of them doing it.
I have seen Zaheer Khan bowling a lot of good spells in Indian conditions.
Yes. But
especially against the top test teams like South Africa and the way he used to trouble the Australian batters and those South African batters.
Yeah.
But yes, this spell by Bumrah, this has to be one of the best ever. Not just in Indian home conditions, anywhere.
And there is also reason to it. A couple of people were saying that Bumrah, I think Irfan Pathan said it, the absence of Mohammad Shami, it will not increase his workload. But I think that is not the case. Right now Bumrah is taking up all the pressure.
Yes. From
one end. And the other end, you have Mukesh Kumar coming in and releasing that pressure. That has not been working out. And kudos to Bumrah for this. Because that spell, like how Saurabh said, was one of the best spells that I have seen. Just because of the fact that he did not have support from the other end.
Yes, exactly my point.
And that is something, again, Rohit has to put his foot down. You cannot trust a Mukesh Kumar to do this job. He is 3 tests in. He's still finding his feet. Obviously, Bumrah is there to guide him. But you need another strong person from the other end. Then you can probably see off this Bazball issue. Because that is where I think India is lacking. They need another option coming in. Indian spinners have not been too good at this point in time, especially after that second innings in Hyderabad. So that is where I think Bumrah's spell stands.
Why are you saying too good? Yeah, let's say they have not been up to their mark at all. Indian spinners have outbowled them. Saurabh, I'm asking you this question.
Yeah.
A couple of times we have heard former spinners, I don't want to name them here, former spinners saying that had we had pitches like this, when Ashwin and Jadeja were taking truckloads of wickets, like 7 wickets in a session, 5 wickets in a session, give them the new ball, they're getting the wickets. We have heard a few former spinners saying that had we had such pitches, we would have also taken these many wickets. For instance, a certain Harbhajan Singh might have ended up with 500, Anil Kumble might have ended up with 800. Is that the case? Or is it just lack of form for Ashwin? Like, do you want rank turners to get Ashwin and Jadeja to get those heap load of wickets? We all expected them to do better than England spinners on these kind of pitches, right?
Yes.
Where it doesn't turn from day one and it gradually breaks down. Maybe on day 3, day 4, there is also slow turn. It is not sharp turn. So is it the skill that is lacking in Ashwin and co, or is it just a bad phase?
I will not question Ashwin's skill. I'm sorry. He was number 1 test bowler for last 11 months before Bumrah took over him.
Yeah.
He has been winning you matches. You may call it rank turners or whatever pitches you call. He has been picking wickets for fun. And left-hander batters, Ashwin is a nightmare for them in any condition, leave India condition. So questioning that skill is out of the way. Yes, that form needs to be questioned. What is wrong with Ashwin? I mean, okay, Visakhapatnam was not giving you that much aid as a spinner. What about Hyderabad? There was a lot of turn.
Tom Hartley picking up
7 wickets.
When a Hartley can pick 7 wickets, and these are young, inexperienced players.
2 test old, 3 test old.
Yes, absolutely.
Debut Tom Hartley,
Shoaib Bashir this time around.
And you had Akshay Patel, Ravindra Jadeja, R Ashwin,
Kuldeep here.
and you could not win a test match there.
Yeah. Are you calling for Saurabh Kumar namesake?
No, I will say you what I will tell you what. So Alan pointed out Mukesh Kumar. When the test match started, when the lineup was named, Ravi Shastri on commentary said it, that he did not understand the logic of including Mukesh Kumar ahead of Washington Sundar. He said, Mukesh Kumar, what has he done in India condition? I don't think he will be a very useful pick. Because Sundar can give you those runs also, he can pick those wickets also. He's very handy with the bat and ball, both combined. So he should have been a pick. Now we have to see who India pick in the next test, 4th test. And what about the batting form of Shreyas Iyer? Do you think when Rahul Dravid was talking to him after a test match ended, was he telling him, okay, Iyer, you've done your job, now you are going to carry drinks for the rest of the series? Did he say that?
Better play Ranji Trophy now. The season is going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
But some of these superstars don't want to play.
No, but Iyer played for Mumbai before the test started.
And he was aggressive there as well. I think he scored a 46 or 47. And he said that I'm going to play aggressively. And he has been aggressively giving away his wickets. So that has been the big thing. I think
we all thought he was a very good player of spin. He has proved his mettle on such conditions in the past.
Yes.
So what is wrong with him, Alan? Your KKR captain.
Being a good player of spin is not just about, scoring runs also. It's sometimes all about seeing off that over. Because yesterday when I was watching the Under-19 World Cup final, semi-final, that the South African, Saharan and the wicketkeeper was there. And their South African pacer,
Bazball.
Mapaka, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It was his last ball. And the wicketkeeper, our wicketkeeper decided to play a hook shot. And I was screaming here, why? Why on earth are you doing that? Sometimes I feel Shreyas is trying to, live up to that name of being, I'm one of the best players of spin. And then he tries to play these shots that are not necessary at that point in time. If you had Yashasvi Jaiswal, one of the best things I noticed about Yashasvi was once he got to the 100, everybody kept on saying, now you have scored 100, that's your personal thing. Whatever you score next is going to be for your team. He started to slash the ball. Couple of ones went here and there, almost got caught. Then he understood that, okay, I have to take it slow. No, why can't you take an approach like that from your Mumbai teammate himself? I think Shreyas is lacking there, where he is trying to justify his tag as one of the best spin players in the team and then getting out to spinners.
Is he in that phase where he's trying to prove people wrong? Like in the World Cup also, he got riled up about bouncer questions.
Yes.
Like something mentally, I think he is an India player. What more do you want to prove to the world that you have
Maybe that
technique?
I'm an all-format player.
Probably.
Because he knows that when Virat Kohli turns,
let's talk about that. You're talking about Shreyas here as an all-format player.
Yeah.
Will he lose his test spot if Virat Kohli, if KL Rahul and
definitely he's going out. He's the one who's going out. Gill proved his credentials by scoring 100 at number 3.
Yeah.
Now who is not scored runs?
Rajat Patidar on
Patidar is a young player. Yeah. He young player.
Will you give him another chance? As in if let's in a hypothetical situation, if Virat and KL both come back, who will you
Obviously Patidar and Iyer have to go. Gill is not going anywhere. He scored a century.
I would actually raise my hand and say that I think Shreyas might get the long drop here. Because you saw Vikram Rathore coming in. he was very aggressive in his...
Then who will you drop if you say
KS Bharat. Put KL Rahul as the wicketkeeper.
KL
Rahul is
gonna
not a
keep
wicketkeeper.
wickets, especially after this
I mean,
injury.
that is my suggestion. Because KS Bharat is...
But KKR fan base thing is coming in. Allen's bias.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, but the thing is like, obviously, when you look at KS Bharat's form also, that has not been great. He has also been throwing away his wickets.
Yeah.
At points when he could have just stayed and scored a 50 like a Ridhiman Saha used to do. And, kind of get the score a little more above 400 at this point in time. The target...
Rahul Dravid again mentioned that we left 40-50 runs
short
in the first inning, especially 396.
But I think with Shreyas, I think like whatever I have said right now, I feel like this team management will stick by him. They will not be ready to, let him go after like two tests. That is what I feel.
I think in 2020,
I would like to correct Alan. It's not just in these two states that he has failed. He failed in South Africa also.
Last 12
KS Bharat has played just 2 test matches.
Yeah.
So you're not going to drop him. No, definitely not. It's going to be Shreyas Iyer.
Yeah, but
you know what? How things have changed. To 2022, 2023, Shreyas Iyer was one of India's most consistent batters. We remember that Bangladesh test
series,
where he kind of
absolutely.
saved along with R Ashwin.
Yeah, he saved
and
it.
KL Rahul was nowhere in the picture. But now we are talking about who will KL
KL
Rahul
Rahul
replace.
in the
because
side.
Credit to KL Rahul.
He scored a
what he
century
has
in South
done.
Africa. He scored a century in South Africa. He scored 80 odd runs in the first test.
Yes.
Kind of after that Asia Cup comeback, KL has been terrific.
Yeah.
Especially in the middle order, I guess.
Middle order, yes.
Especially in the middle order, he has been sensational. But like I said, it's my gut feeling. I feel that Shreyas got some grace marks from that Bangladesh series win.
Yeah.
I think he's...
That is 2 years ago now.
Yeah, that is what I'm
But
saying.
he's still riding on it.
Yeah.
It is not a safe spot for him, but I think he will retain his spot.
Shreyas Iyer is an ODI format.
I think
ODI player.
Yeah.
He has to be there.
one
Test
member of
player,
1983
I'm sorry.
World Cup.
His time is running out.
One member
His
of
time is
1983
running
World
out,
Cup.
but...
One member of 1983 World Cup in commentary, when he was discussing team, one of the colleagues, I think, said, oh, he scored 100 in somewhere 2 years ago, 3 years ago. He's like, I also scored 100 when I was playing. So pick me in the team. Alan's argument is like, he scored in Bangladesh.
Yeah,
so
I mean...
brownie points. Okay. Keep your KKR bias away for
No. I'm not keeping... I'm not saying it just because
KS
of my...
Bharat is by the way, KS Bharat is also a KKR player.
Yeah, so... Like... I have
but
like
Iyer
justified
is a
my
captain. Iyer is a captain from last 2 seasons.
But then again, you look at the talent. I just genuinely feel that Shreyas is way better talented than KS Bharat. So I just feel, the way that this team has come in. If you had a look at how Dravid and probably Vikram Rathore defended Shreyas compared to what they did with Ishan Kishan, so probably you can...
Kishan is a completely different issue, is what I think.
Yeah.
But I think he will be given the one more chance probably. Okay. But he's running out of time. That is my
Since
final...
we are also running out of time.
Yeah.
Before we go, tell me, Saurabh, hand on heart.
Yeah. Okay.
Do England, as in, someone said, Alistair Cook, I think, said, right, this Indian team can be beaten again. Or Alistair Cook, former England captains, a lot of former England captains have watched this.
Yeah.
Can this Indian team be beaten again, especially after what they have done with a little inexperienced batting lineup? And with all these injuries, India have fought back. This was England's best chance to go 2-0 up.
Let me be very frank with you.
Can they beat India again in this test series?
These English cricketers, before day 4, when England started their lunches, they were like, oh, we are going to win this test.
Yeah.
Now they lost.
Genuinely, I thought they have a chance.
They had no chance. You can't chase 399 in India. Of course. You can't. Fourth innings, impossible.
But
England have lost the plot.
Effect of Bazball.
India might not have had a convincing win in their second test.
Yeah.
But that win itself will make sure that England are out of this series. England are not making any comeback. Before this series, I predicted
you said
4-1. 4-1. I said England will win the last test. They won the first test, which you said. They will not win any more tests.
Alan, can England come back?
So
having missed a golden opportunity to go 2-0 up.
So I'll quote Mr. McCullum here. This is like a heavyweight fight. In a heavyweight fight, when boxing is happening, 12 rounds are there. You go at it. All it takes is one punch. All it took was one Oli Pop innings in Hyderabad to turn things around. All it took in Vizag was a Bumrah spell. So this is all about punches right now. One punch, if you miss your timing, you're gone. You're knocked out. So I genuinely feel that this England team, Saurabh made the bold claim here. He said England are not winning a test.
You know why I'm saying this? All this McCullum talk of punch and all this is nonsense. Why I'm telling you this nonsense? This is test cricket.
Hmm.
You need to win sessions to win a test match.
Hmm.
India lost the first test. Oli Pope, Tom Hartley were brilliant, but India played very poor cricket. Second test, India were better than their first. They were not very good. They were better. England were nowhere. England were nowhere in that contest. Nowhere. Who Ben Stokes, who Joe Root, who James Anderson, sorry. He was very good. Apart from him, who did what? Nobody did anything. And when this Indian team,
they scored,
he was chasing 399. Where what did he do in the first innings?
Yeah.
And when you will play against, if a Virat Kohli comes back, if a KL Rahul comes back, what is your chances of making a comeback? Come on, you are out. McCallum, please prepare for an IPL job. You are going to get sacked very soon after losing this series.
Saurabh said that it is all about winning sessions. England won the right sessions at the right times. Sometimes when you want to win a championship fight, you have to win the championship round.
In the first test they did win. What about the second test? How many sessions did he win?
So it is all about winning sessions, like you said. India won. India had the better luck in the second time.
Not luck. India were the better team, despite not being their best version.
I'm not saying that. Like, I am only arguing with the comment that he made that England will not win any more tests. I cannot completely write them off because whatever they have done in these two tests, that is enough to say that there is a chance for them.
So before I thought of giving another mathematical explanation for signing off, please don't. But you're asking my opinion. Okay, I certainly believe that England can beat this Indian side again.
Yes.
Provided, if I still think that Virat Kohli will make a huge difference to this Indian team.
Absolutely.
If he is there, that attitude, that Bazball talks and all that might go down a little bit. But I would give it to this England team. 292, I didn't expect. As in 292, if they had been smart, like you pointed out, Saurabh, if Ben Stokes had not, tried to play time and then not gotten run out in that manner, or that DRS call had it been properly made.
So if you're saying this, let me be very frank with you. What happened in the first test? Had R Ashwin been a little smart, not went out of the crease,
of course.
Had Siraj been a little smart.
So I'm clarifying this. That DRS call was perfectly fine. That DRS call was perfectly. But I still think England have it in them to give another punch, like he said. And 9 days of rest.
They can make these punches. They can't win test matches.
Let's see that. But I am glad that this is finally an opposition team after Steve Smith's 2017 or a little bit of second half of what Steve Smith did in 2021, 2022. An overseas team is actually fighting India in India. That might be because of how India have underperformed. That might be because of the lack of personnel. Once Virat comes back, things might change. But this has been an enthralling series.
Absolutely.
I want to ask our viewers and listeners also what they think, whether England are already achieved their peak or peaked early, or they can still throw punches like Alan and I want them to. You can send in your feedback and your comments on 8588 966 996. You could also email on pods@indiatoday.com. And if you're listening to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts, please rate us. And like we always say, if you're watching this on YouTube, please leave your comments and we'll read them and we'll gladly reply to them. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
You are on India Today podcasts and you are in the Sledging Room.